name is Nate the Great. I am a detective. I work alone. Let me tell you about my last case. I have just eaten breakfast. It was a good breakfast. Pancakes, juice, pancakes, milk, and pancakes. I like pancakes. The telephone rang. I hope it was a car to look for lost diamonds or purse or $1,000,000. It was Annie. Annie lives down the street. I knew that Annie did not have diamonds or purse or $1,000,000 to lose. I lost the picture, she said. Can you help me find it? Of course, I said. I have found lost balloons, books, slippers, chickens, even a lost garbage. Now I, Nate the Great, we found a lost picture. Oh, good, Annie said. When can you come over? I will be over in 5 minutes. I said, stay right where you are. Don't touch anything. Don't move. My foot itches, Annie said. Scratch it, I said. I put on my detective suit. I took my notebook and pencil. I left a note for my mother. I always leave a note for my mother when I am on a case. Dear mother, I will be back. I am wearing my louvers. Love, Nate the Great. I went to Annie's house. Annie had brown hair and brown eyes, and she smiles a lot. I like Annie if I like girls. She was eating breakfast. Pancakes. I like pancakes, I said. It was a good breakfast. Tell me about your picture, I said. I painted a picture of my dog, Fang, Annie said. I put it on my desk to dry. Then it was gone. It happened yesterday. You should have killed me yesterday, I said, while the tray was hot. I had cool trays. Now, where would a picture go? I don't know, Annie said. That's why I tell you. Are you sure you're a detective? Sure, I'm sure I will find a picture of that. I said, tell me, does this house have any trapdoors or secret passages? No, Annie said, no trapdoors or secret passages. I said, this will be a very dark case. I have a door that squeaks. Annie said, have it fixed, I said. Now, show me your room. We went to Annie's room. It was big. It had yellow walls, a yellow bed, a yellow chair, and a yellow desk. I Nate the Great was sure of one thing. Annie liked yellow. I searched the room. I looked on the desk and under the desk and in the desk. The picture. I looked on the bed and under the bed and in the bed. The bed was comfortable. I looked in the wastebasket. I found a picture of a dog. Is this it? I asked. No, Annie said. My picture of Fang is yellow. I should have known, I said. Now tell me, who has seen your picture? My friend Rosamond has seen it, and my brother Harry, and Fang. But Fang doesn't count. He's a dog. Everybody and everything counts, I said. I, Nate the Great, say that everything counts. Tell me about Fang. Is he a big dog? Very big. Annie said, does he have big teeth? I asked. Very big. Annie said, does he bite people? No. Annie said, will this help the case? No. And I said, but it might help me. Show me Fang. Annie took me out to the yard. Fang was there. He was big, alright, and he had big teeth. He showed them to me. I showed him mine. He sniffed me. I sniffed him back, and we were friends. I watched Fang run. I watched him hit. I was him variable. I said, watch Fang vary that bone. He varies very well. He could vary other things, like a picture. Why would he vary a picture? And asked. Maybe he didn't like it. I said, maybe it wasn't a good picture of him. I never thought of that. And said, I need the great. Think of everything. Tell me, does Van ever leave this yard? Only on a leash. And said, I see. I said, then the only place he could bury the picture in the yard. Come, we will dig in the yard. Annie and I dug for 2 hours. We found logs, worms, bones, and ants, but no picture. At last I stood up. I need the great. Have something to say. I am hungry. Would you like some more pancakes? Annie asked. I could tell that Annie was a smart girl. I had to eat on the job, but I must keep on my strength. We sat in the kitchen. Cold pancakes are almost as good as hot pancakes. Now, on with the case, I said. Next, we will take you to your friend Rosamond. Annie and I walked to Rosamond's house. Rosamond has black hair and green eyes and cat hair all over her. I laid the great. I said, I am a detective. A detective? Said Rosamond. Are you like detective? Touch me, I said. Probably you are a detective, said Rosamond. Find something, find my lost cat. I am on a case. I said, I am on a big case. My lost cat is big, Rosamond said. His name is Super X. I have 4 cats. They are all named Hex. I called that Rosamond was a strange girl. Here are my other cats, she said. Big Hex, Little Hex, and Plain Hex. The cats had black hair and green eyes and long claws, very long claws. We went into Rosamond's house. I looked around. There were pictures everywhere. Picture of cats, sitting cats, standing cats, cat in color and in black and white. We sat down. Little Hex jumped onto Annie's lap. Plain Hex jumped onto Rosamond's lap. Big Hex jumped on my lap. I did not like Big Cat. Big Cat did not like me. Time to go, I said. We just got here, and he said. She liked Little Hex. Time to go, I said. Okay. I stood up. I tripped over something. It was long and black. It was a cat's tail. Meow. Super X, Rosamond cried. You found him. You're a detective. Of course, I said. He was under my chair, except for his tail. Annie and I laughed. It was a hard thing to do. I could smell pancakes in Rosamond's kitchen. Rosamond did not take the picture of your dog. I said, Rosamond only liked cats and pancakes. Now where is your brother Harry? I met Annie's brother. He was small. He was covered with red paint. Me paint, he said. Me paint you. Good, I said. No one has ever painted a picture of me. Nate the Great. Harry took his paintbrush. It was covered with red paint. Or at once I was covered with red paint. He painted you, Annie said. He painted you. Then she laughed. I made the grade. Did not laugh. I was on a case. I had a job to do. I looked around the room. Harry had painted a crown, a house, a tree, and a monster with 3 heads. He had also painted a part of the wall, 1 slipper, and a doorknob. He does very good work, I said. Look, I said. Harry had a picture of a crown, a house, a tree, and a monster with 3 heads. So, what? Annie said. Look again, I said. The picture of the crown is red. The picture of the house is red. The picture of the tree is red. But the picture of the monster is orange. So, what? Annie said again. Orange is great for a monster, but Harry painted with red. I said everything is red but the monster. I made the great. Well, tell you why. Harry painted a red monster over the yellow picture of your dog. The yellow paint was still wet. It mixed with red paint. Yellow and red make orange. That is why the monster is orange. Ellie opened her mouth. He did not say a word. Then she closed her mouth. I said, see, the monster had 3 heads. 2 of the heads were your dog's ears. The 3rd head was the tail. Yes, he does the good work. Alice was very mad at her brother. I was mad too. Nate the Great, had never been read before. The case is served. I said, I must go. I don't know how to thank you. Annie said, I do. I said, are there any pancakes left? I had to eat on the job, but the job was over. We sat in Annie's kitchen, Annie and I and Harry. Annie said, I will paint a new picture. Will you come back to see it? If Harry doesn't see it first, I said. Annie smiled, Harry smiled, then even smiled at each other. I smiled too. I made the great, like happy endings. It was time to leave. I said goodbye to Annie and Harry and Fan. I started to walk home. Rain started to fall. I was glad I was wearing my louvers.